Hi babes, and welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Katie Dudley and I am the face and voice behind the blog and brand The Pilates Blonde. I am so happy you made it here to talk about one of my biggest passions in life, goals. I love goals. I love making my own goals. I like hearing other people's goals. I love crushing goals. Ooh girl, I love me some goals. So I first began my love affair with goals when I worked at a small little company called LULULEMON. I don't know if you've heard of it. I'm actually wearing their stuff right now. This is the Just Pleat It tank. Super cute. Anyway, this is not an ad, by the way. I just really love their stuff and I worked there and it just feels like home. Anyway, let's talk about goals because my experience and my training with the company had very little to do with how dope their clothing is and had everything to do with how to make you a better human being. And it was the most magical experience ever, life-changing. And thank you, Katie Taylor, for taking me through it because you are the bomb.com. Anyway, we learned how to set goals and our goal setting was one of the biggest parts of our training. And so we literally had to sit down, meditate, and like write down exactly what a perfect morning would look like 10 years from now. And then you broke down your goals. Okay, if this is my ideal life in 10 years, what do I need to do in the next 5 years to get to 10 years? And then what do I need to do this year? And then I took it a step further and said, okay, what do I need to do today? So it's really, really easy to write your goals. However, sometimes we can write down bad goals. So a bad goal is something that you can't measure. If you cannot give me a date that you want to do this goal by, if there's no steps in place to get there. An example, happiness. Everybody is like, when they send me their goals, I want to be the happiest version of myself. Okay, like, cool, so do I, but like, how are you gonna do that? Like some days you wake up and you're super duper happy, you have a great day. Some days you burn your grilled cheese and you're like, shoot, like, you know, like happiness is very fluid and variable and hormones, you know? So a better goal is I love spending time with my family and my boyfriend. Happiness to me is spending time with them. So in order to achieve happiness, I should prioritize hanging out with them 4 days a week. That's a good goal. I can make sure that I'm hanging out with them 4 times a week. That's measurable and I can track that, right? So that is a better way to kind of approach a goal like happiness, find the things that make you happy and make it a goal to add them in or make them more consistent into your life. I'm going to share with you a horrible goal that I made that still haunts me. It's something that bothers me because it's never a goal that I'm going to achieve. And it took me a long time to realize that like, ooh, girl, you messed up when you made this goal. My goal is to look like a weightlifter. Some days I feel like I wake up and I'm like toned and ripped and yeah, people can tell on the street that I lift weights. And other days I'm like, oh, nobody can tell that I work out. Nobody knows that I like to lift. So that goal has like really messed up my mindset and I have had to I've erased it from everything. Like I've put white out in my day planner and like it still is because I put it in my head and when I get something in my head, it just stays there. It has really like messed up my psyche. So you're not going to write bad goals, you're gonna write good goals. Instead of saying, I want people to know that I lift just by looking at my physique in the checkout line at Wegmans, a better goal is I want to be able to deadlift 200 pounds by my 25th birthday. That is a good goal. It's measurable. You either hit that 200 pound deadlift by June 6th or you don't. Like it is what it is. And so you work towards that goal. So a great example is saving money. I want to have X amount of dollars in the bank in 10 years. Okay, dope. How much money do you need in the bank in 5 years to get there? How much money do you need in your bank account this year to get there? Should you spend that $5 at Starbucks today? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe you should skip it and just like go home and make your own coffee. You know, things like that. Like, oh, just love some goals, you know? So that's how you track your goals. Your goals should be big and scary and keep you up at night and make you sweaty. My goals for the Pilates Blonde, when I told my boyfriend, he was like, whoa, like they are mind blowing. They are huge. They make me very, very sweaty and excited and nervous and sick to my stomach. And that's the best thing in the entire world that they can be. Because if it's not the goal itself that's like the cool part, it's the process to getting to that goal. And I feel like the harder you have to work and the more scared that you are to get there, the better it is, right? Like, it's not fun if you just like have things handed to you. Like, the things that you work for are the things that you appreciate the most. So I'm going to tell you exactly how I crushed 2 of my goals. I will give you 2 examples. The first one is my pride and joy, my Jeep. I have wanted a Jeep since I was 4 years old. I had a set of nannies in upstate New York, hi Dina and Nicole, who spoiled me rotten. Just so you know, my first word was mall because of them, like M-A-L-L, like let's go to the mall because of them. They bought me a Barbie Jeep, and ever since I have wanted one. So over the summer, I was like, girl, you are getting that Jeep. You want a white Jeep. You want cool rims. You want it to be just, ooh, it's going to be good. Like white hardtop. It's going to be amazing. So it's like, okay, you're going to go to the dealership by yourself. You are not going to let your father take over and try and put the down payment, because that's what Pat Dudley does. I love him to death, but a homeboy tries to write a check for everything. And sometimes your daughter has to grow up. So I went to the dealerships by myself. $917 a month and $700 and something else dollars a month, and they ignored me because I was a girl and they thought I was stupid and whatever. So the one dealership was so amazing. Norristown Jeep hooked me up. They gave me something that I can totally afford. It's the coolest Jeep in the entire world. It's the Smoky Mountain edition. I really love it. White on white. It's dope. And I crushed that goal. I got a Jeep. I've been driving around in her for like 10 months, and we are best friends. Her name is Barbie Jeep. We don't abbreviate it because it's inappropriate. Anyway, oh my God, please. Sometimes I just need a filter, but there's not going to be one. I'm so sorry. My other big goal was moving out of my parents' house. I wanted to be out by 25. I wanted to just be on my own. I didn't want to live with anybody else. I have had a boy at my beck and call my whole life. Mostly my brother Matt, thank you Matthew Charles, or my dad, or the guys down the hall in college, or the lacrosse house in college, or my boyfriend. Like, I've always been able to call on somebody to kill my bugs, to carry my stuff. And you know what? Your girl just needed some space. I needed to prove to myself more than anybody else that I can do it all on my own. And girl, I can. Like, it's fun. So I moved out on my own. I figured out how to afford everything. I had to hustle. I had to sweat. I had to spend a lot of money on furniture, and it was really scary, but like, it's the most proud feeling in the entire world. Like, I get to come home every night and everything is decorated exactly how I like it. And you know what? If there's dishes in the sink because I didn't get to it this morning, there's no one else to do it for me. And I really love it. Like, it makes me so accountable to my actions, and it gives me so much freedom that it's the best feeling. And this is probably the biggest goal that I've crushed, and the one that I'm the most proud of. So here's the deal. I want to do something really fun. I love hearing goals. I want you guys to comment your biggest, scariest, hairiest, keeps you up at night goals. The first 3 people to comment their goals below, we will do a one-on-one goal setting session, and we will email back and forth or text or whatever, and we will plan out your goals and how to achieve them. Doesn't that sound like the best time ever? Ooh, I want to know what your goals are. Okay, so comment those goals. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have the best day, you beautiful human you. Ooh, I just love you. Have the best day.